Welcome to the S-Ray demo. A user visits the online art store at Fallenest.com. S-Ray informs the user about the connection used to retrieve the web page. The connection has what we term as 4W information associated with it. That is, who she is connected to, in this case, Fallenest.com, when the connection is initiated, that is now, what is being sent, in this case, only just the URL, and from who, when, and what, the user can derive why the connection is initiated. Since at least a security vendor has vouched for this page, the user decides to permit this page. For ease of explaining community security later, please remember that there are also 10 anonymous users who has previously permitted this page. She proceeds to permit the page. The page is loaded and it further initiates 3 connections. The first to a JavaScript whose functionality is unknown, the second to an ad, and the third to a store map. Based on 4Ws, the user can pick and choose the components that she desires. She permits the store map because that is what she needs, and the number of registered and anonymous users who have permitted the web page is also reasonable. The map appears. Next, she selects the art that she wants to view, keys in her user ID and her password. Upon clicking go, nothing happens because viewing the art requires JavaScript. Nowadays, almost every site requires JavaScript, so permitting JavaScript is done casually. However, unlike other tools in the market, even after permitting JavaScript, with S-Ray, a user still has control over connections. She permits the JavaScript. When she clicks go, the web page is working. The JavaScript initiates 2 new connections. 1. A connection that seems to leak her user ID and password to a third-party site. 2. The connection used to retrieve the art that she desires. She ignores the connection that leaks her user ID and password while permitting the connection to retrieve the web page. The art appears. In the end, she successfully retrieves all her desired information, the map and the art, without being exposed to unnecessary security risks by just using the 4W connection information together with her intuition and community hints of permission and forbidden. No formal security training is necessary. In short, she can become more secure by just performing the minimal effort of clicking. Before I go, I want to briefly show you community security in action. Even though the only thing the user has done is click, the clicks act as implicit ratings for those connections. Now, we use this jet black slot browser to represent another user. When she visits the same site, you can see that the number of anonymous users who permitted this site has now increased from the previous 10 to 11 because the previous user has permitted this page. Also, S-Ray has very low profile. When the same user revisits the web page, it remembers the components that she has already permitted, therefore minimizing the clicking required. That is it for now. We hope that you feel excited about using S-Ray. We look forward to working with you, the community, to make this project a success.